everybody. This is Alan Fine, and I'm here for Virtual Roadshows Selling Family Vacations. And this particular panel is why these destinations are so family friendly. And it's the second panel. How top destinations cater to the family market with suggested tours, itineraries, hotels, activities, and more. We examine in depth what these countries have to offer for family travel and how travel advisors can sell them. Our panelists begin with Tarja Koivisto, Country Manager USA for Visit Finland. Say wave
Hello,
hi.
everybody. Hi.
Abu Taleb, the Manager Marketing and Sales North America for Dubai Tourism and Commerce Marketing. And Paul Mcdonagh, the Travel and Industry Engagement Manager for Tourism Ireland.
Yeah.
Did I get them all right?
That's correct, Alan. Yeah, for me.
Okay. All right, so let's dive right in. And just since we're going to go into more detail about your countries, but let's just start briefly describing the destination and what it has to offer, and not specifically family yet. Who wants to begin, or should I pick somebody?
You can just pick.
And then what I do then is the person who said that should go first, and ladies first anyway. So please tell us just in general about Finland, and then we'll get into the family stuff after.
Okay. By the way, hello, everybody, and welcome to this panel discussion. Yes, Finland, part of the Nordic countries. Finland is a year-round destination, and with kind of like four main regions, the Fantastic Four, as we call them. So I'm just going to briefly tell you about these four regions. If we start from the north, Lapland, and Lapland is like I said, the whole Finland is year-round destination. In Lapland, the summers are amazing. You have the midnight sun, and the sun really shines up in the sky 24 hours. So if it's, for example, 77 degrees during the day, it's 77 degrees during the night as well. And then the rest of the year, it's not dark either, because we have the northern lights from autumn, winter, and spring, and the northern lights, they lights up the sky. If we move to the east, we have the Lakeland area, which actually is the largest lake area in entire Europe. And that's where you really kind of can experience the Finnish way of life. You just go to the Lakeland area, you relax, and you can rent a cottage by the lake. And there is really not a more typical scene, the Finnish scene, than the cottage by the lake surrounded by green forest. On the west, we have coast and archipelago. This is the largest archipelago area in the entire world, with more than 50,000 islands. And there you have a lot of really lively coastal towns, secluded lighthouses, historic manors, and national parks. Well, in Finland in general, we have a lot of national parks, 41 altogether. Then Helsinki region, which is our capital, that would be your gateway city when you are flying from North America. And Helsinki region is really overflowing with good food, great design, interesting museums, and unique architecture. Helsinki actually is said to be one of the world's most livable cities, which makes it also a nice place to visit.
Paul, tell us about Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland's a very well-known destination in the US market and Canadian market. It's one of our key destination for visitors to Ireland. The best time to travel is really the spring, right up until this time into November. Lots of things to see and do for the advisors and their clients to discover in Ireland. It's a small island, very, very green. It's like what's known as the 40 shades of green, and easy to get around. The two main cities, the major cities, would be Belfast in Northern Ireland and Dublin, the Republic of Ireland, is the capital. And there are train service between each city. So it was just nice this morning. I was looking at the Irish news, a daily train service being increased, one every hour, direct into both cities. That's only 2 hours drive by train, transport time, and then by car it's the same. So definitely worth the while when your clients are going to Ireland that they include Northern Ireland for a couple of nights to experience it. Like I say, easy to get to as well from the East Coast. We keep getting new announcements this week. Vegas is a brand new service that Aer Lingus are now flying into. That will run up until late spring next year. And then next year, Delta has announced a brand new service from Detroit into Dublin. The two main airports in Ireland is Shannon on the west and Dublin, our capital city in Ireland, on the east coast. So, yeah, Indianapolis was announced by Aer Lingus 2 weeks ago, and Nashville, which has great connections with the Irish traditional music and the country music in Nashville as well. So great services, brand new for next year. So overall, your clients can get there so easy. From the East Coast, it's less than 6 hours flying time. I'm based here in New York. Flying over, if I was to go tonight, I'd be in Ireland early in the morning, 5.5 hours, depending on the tailwind. So definitely consider, even if it's for 4 or 5 days, that's a real nice break over Thanksgiving or over take a long weekend. But so 20 US cities, a lot of those smaller regional cities have now, into next year, will have non-stop direct access into Ireland. And Canada, there's about 4 or 5 non-stop services in from the Canadian cities as well. So easy to get to. And one good thing is also we have the customs and US customs and clearance in Dublin and Shannon. So when your clients are coming back, those families, grandparents, it relates all the hassle is taken away. They clear customs and immigration in Ireland. So when they get off into here back in the States, they just pick up their luggage and they're ready to go home. So it is great island. And I'll talk a bit more about the things can be done, but lovely place to visit and year round. Summer months are the busier months, like in Europe, June, July, August. So if your clients are able to go in the spring and the fall, definitely worth it.
That's great. And Samir, let's talk about Dubai in general, and then we're all going to talk about the family travel itself.
Yeah, for sure, Maya. Again, thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be with these awesome destinations. Dubai really is a destination for every kind of traveler. We've had record numbers last year, about 17 million visitors. This year, we're looking to break the record as well. As Paul said, U.S. is an extremely key source market for us. It's actually number 6 around the world for us. I think it's the wide range of experiences within the small geographical region makes it really ideal. There's 820 properties, 150,000 plus rooms. So not only does it cater to a lot of different demographics, all demographics, but all budgets as well. So it's not just for the luxury traveler. So you can always find something for you in Dubai. It's super accessible. 14 gateways from North America, Emirates, fantastic flight. I'm out here in Washington, D.C. It's a 12-hour flight from D.C. We also have United Airlines and Air Canada as well. And it's a strategically located destination. I've heard a third of the population is less than 4 hours away, and 2/3 of the world is less than 8 hours away. So it also works as a stopover destination for you as well. Got a world-class airport, visa on arrival for U.S. citizens. Everybody speaks English, easy to get around. I would say it's a very user-friendly destination. And I think importantly, it's a very diverse and inclusive destination. Dubai really is welcoming to everybody. It has about 200 nationalities that live in Dubai. 90% of the population of the 3.5 million people that live there are actually expats from around the world that call Dubai its home. So, and of course, with the diversity and the multicultural environment, you get a good culinary scene. So foodies really love it over there as well. So, again, it's a great destination and welcoming to everybody.
All right. Those are good overviews. But now let's drill down into the family, what's offered. The first question is really about what makes your destination so family friendly, and then we'll get to specific activities as the next question. Let's start with Paul. Paul, what makes Ireland so family friendly?
Well, the people in Ireland have big families. I'm from my brothers and sisters. We were 8, so they're not as big as now as before. But a lot of families in Ireland, and a lot of the product is there to cater for the Irish domestic travellers, plus international visitors coming from overseas. So lots of good outdoor adventure, soft adventure. We always get inquiries from families, the parents wanting to play golf. which is amazing. It's hundreds of great links courses, some of the top courses in the world. And then other family members can go horseback riding along the beach, or they can go rent a bicycle and tour along some of the greenways that we have. And there's waterways as well. A lot of activity. You're an island, small island covered by sea, lots of lakes like the Shannon River, and lots of activities for outdoor pursuits as well. So great for families. And Alan, lots of different kinds of accommodation for families. You know, the kids, they always want to stay. Everybody wants to stay in a fairy tale castle. You know, depending on the budget, they can stay in a beautiful 5-star resort castle, or even a 3-4-star castle. Maybe it's one of the end nights as a special occasion, or if it's a celebration for a family coming together for a birthday or an anniversary, the grandparents taking the kids over. It's very friendly, and like all our destinations, English is the main language spoken, easy to get around. The sign is all in. There actually is one unique thing about over in the west coast of Ireland. It's known as the Gaeltacht, and that's where people can go and see Irish people speaking in the native Irish language. Of course, they speak both English, but you go into a little store or a coffee shop, you can hear the language be spoken. And a lot of people discover that and they're amazed. The road signs are in Irish as well. That can be a bit confusing when they're trying to figure out where they're going. But that's a very unique product. It's on the northwest of County Donegal and down in areas in Cork as well. Like I say, what else? We've got lots of stuff. Halloween is this week. So as the origins of Halloween is in Ireland. I think, Alan, you're over there at the moment, are you? Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, I am absolutely here in Northern Ireland to seek out the roots of Samhain, which is Halloween. Finished though. Yeah. You should be talking, not me.
So it's fantastic. It was originated in the birthplace of Halloween in Ireland, and there are many festivals, especially up in Derry in Northern Ireland. Some of the advisors on today will have watched maybe Derry Girls on the Netflix sitcom. It's brought Derry right on to the fore. But they have this huge, the biggest in Europe, a Halloween festival. It's over 4 days. It's probably starting tomorrow, or it runs Halloween over to the weekend. Huge festival. And then there's another one called Puka, which is one down in County Meath. It's actually County Meath is where you can see the main attraction would be the castle where Braveheart was filmed. Trim Castle is there. So lots of things for festivals and origins of Halloween, and we've been doing a lot of campaign around to get people to consider Halloween and into Thanksgiving as well. We find that with families, but maybe families who've been here in the US and Canada, and they want to say, you know what, let's try somewhere different. Look at those flights; they're very reasonable over to Dublin. They can fly for the Thanksgiving few days and enjoy Ireland, and the temperature is pretty mild throughout the year. Okay, we do get a lot of rain. But there's days where there's no rain and everything's pretty calm and beautiful, especially along the coastline. One of the key areas I'd like to mention about in Ireland is the Wild Atlantic Way. That's hundreds of miles on the north top of the island, County Donegal, right down to County Cork. Now, that's a very popular touring route for people to come and see. Dotted along there is lots of little festivals taking place year round. There's lots of little harbours, fishing villages, great seafood. Lots of good traditional pubs there with some great music. And just go back on Halloween, it's a time where families come together and there's a lot of traditional food that's cooked, baked, apple tarts. There's games like dunking for apples, chestnut, conquer games as well. So lots of things. You know, I was growing up on Halloween. It was always a big celebration. Of course, we do trick-or-treating, but there's lots of other traditions around there. So if your clients want to go and experience Halloween slightly differently and go to see the origins of Halloween, Ireland's a great spot to consider. And the prices are reasonable as well. It's off season, so you'll get those hotel rates a lot less than in the summer months. Car rental will be less as well, and the flights, of course, too. So there's some of the key things, and I can talk a bit more, Alan, after.
Sure. And I wanted to add, and I think our other destinations can add this as well, 2 words, film tourism, which is usually a draw for families. And I know Ireland has a lot of that. Let's go to Finland. Let's talk about, before we get to attractions and activities, just why is it family friendly?
Well, I don't know if this is the main reason, but as you might all know, that Finland has been nominated now the 7th year in a row to be the happiest country in the world. And it also makes it a good destination to visit. You wouldn't find people just laughing and walking on the streets. The happiest country in the world doesn't mean that. What it means that the Finns they are very content. We are very content with our lives. We trust the authorities. We trust each other. The education is really good, and that makes it also that most of the people, even the young kids, they speak English. So it's easy to communicate with the locals. The balance of work and personal life is also very good because we have long vacations, like from 5 to 6 weeks a year. So that makes us very content, and it's also then very relaxed to come and visit such a country. So Finland really is a very relaxed destination. We don't have crowds that much. Well, more than 70% of Finland is covered by forest. And like I said, that the lakes, also the country is called like the land of 1,000 lakes, which means that we have 188,000 lakes. So no crowds anywhere. We have the cleanest air in the world, so it's very healthy to bring your family to Finland. Actually, this morning I listened a radio show. It's a local station over in Connecticut, and the host Tony B. He told that he has been to Finland, and he also mentioned that which we Finns usually forgot to tell how clean it is in Finland, all over. And then also, Finland works. The public transportation is really good. It's also a very easy self-drive destination when you bring your own family and if you want to do self-driving. Well, the only thing with the driving is that when you are driving in Lapland during autumn and summer, you need to watch out for the reindeers, because in Lapland we have more reindeers living than people. There's about a population 200,000 reindeers in Lapland, which makes it around 20,000 more than people. So no traffic jams, but you need to watch out for the reindeers. Food. Finland's cuisine is built around fresh, natural ingredients. The ingredients, they come straight from the nature, land and forest. So it's also, you can go and eat everywhere. You don't need to worry about that. So these would be, I think, the main reasons, I would say, why it's a good, well, it's a good destination for everybody, but also for families.
Got it. And Samir, I know that when we get to activities, Dubai has things built specifically for families, and we'll get to that. But just in general, why is it family friendly?
Well, on a personal note, I can tell you, I just last month I took my 10-month-old son. My wife and I took him on his first international trip with his cousins and nephews. So I have a lot of personal experiences to share. But it was an amazing experience. It has become one of the top family-friendly destinations. I don't think it's only because of the record-breaking icons, the tallest building in the world, the amazing resorts and the amenities. I think Dubai really offers a safe and secure environment. There's a commitment to safety. One of the safest destinations in the whole world. So I know as a parent, that's one of the main things you think about. And, just having that off your back and not having to worry about that and just try to experience the destination, I think that's invaluable. Just get to navigate and explore the city without worrying about anything. A lot of people are moving to Dubai. About 15,000 U.S. expats settled into the city last year. I want to say one of the main drivers is the value, but also, again, that safety and security. So again, in my opinion, I think that's why family travel segment is really growing in Dubai. You have, like you mentioned, Alan, there's a lot of experiences that are catered specifically to families, to kids, to just have everybody have something to do all the time, from water parks and different things to do.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
in fact, again, because you have so many, I think we're going to make you last on that question. This is the next question. So in Finland, let's talk about the activities that you want to showcase to let the families know the travel advisors that are watching will tell their clients, did you know you could do this? Did you know you could do that? What can we do in Finland?
I have like thousands of things I would like to share with you guys, but we need to start, of course, with Santa Claus. I mean, Santa Claus, he lives in Finland, so you can't meet him anywhere else than in Finland.
All the best reindeer are there.
That's true. The Rudolph. But it's not only for Christmas you meet Santa Claus, so you can meet Santa Claus year-round. He lives in town of Rovaniemi, which is just by the Arctic Circle, and I would say that's the number one for the families. Then there's a lot of other things also to do up in Lapland. They arrange these really cute, how would I call them, workshops where you bake gingerbreads, and that's also a very nice family activity. In Lapland also you can visit reindeer farms, and those are not tourist attractions. Those farms are not built for tourists. They are really working farms which has been with one family for generations. They are owned by Sami people who are the oldest indigenous people in Europe. And you can also visit those farms year-round. In the winter, they take you, of course, for the little ride into the forest. And if you like yoga, you can also do yoga with the reindeers. Also, the husky farms you can visit year-round. Same thing in the winter, they take you for the ride in the forest. But then in the summer, when you visit the husky farms, it's so cute because then they have their puppies and they take you to the farms, and you can take care of the puppies. So it's also extremely nice. Winter activities in Lapland, skiing. We don't have mountains. We don't have high mountains. So even if you are not a skier or you haven't skied before, it's easy to learn both the downhill or cross-country skiing. So that would be a really nice family activity.
Okay, and Paul, for Ireland, give us some of the key activities you want to showcase.
Well, Alan, just when you were mentioning movie locations, and that attracts a lot of people, I just wanted to mention Game of Thrones, the huge TV series on HBO. A lot of the locations were filmed in Northern Ireland. So the clients can go there, visitors can go there and explore those places and those castles, those stately homes, the dark hedges, all around Belfast area, along the Glens of Antrim, right up to the Giant's Causeway, which is an amazing UNESCO World Heritage Site. Star Wars was filmed in parts of Donegal in the Northern Ireland, in Disenchanted as well, down in Wicklow, some of those Disney movies, and of course, many others. Banshees of Inisherin which is up for an Oscar. So those films are really amazing because they put the landscape, the countryside of Ireland on the map, and it's really the star players for those movies. But also, I was just saying, educational travel is really important for Ireland, and we've got loads of poets and scholars and writers in Ireland, and it's a great tour that clients can go and the kids can learn about some of these famous writers, W.B. Yeats in County Sligo, Oscar Wilde in Dublin. So there's lots of walking tours and literary itineraries that can be built in for a family visit. And just we were talking about Halloween earlier. Bram Stoker, who the novelist for Dracula, it was an Irishman, and you can see his burial place and where he lived in Dublin. Actually, I just was on a recent FAM and we included that because we're coming up to Halloween. So a lot of people don't know that, but it is amazing. So lots of educational travel. And Alan, a great thing, there's so much connections with North America, with ancestry and immigration connections. And there's some great attractions in Ireland. One that comes to mind would be in County Tyrone in Northern Ireland, called the Ulster American Folk Park. And it's replica houses, how people back in Ireland lived in those areas. The cottages are set up. There are farms you can go in. There's houses there that the ladies and the men are working on horseshoe silverware, and they're baking the breads, the soda bread, the scones, how life used to be. And then you transport over to the New World, and it shows how they arrived for immigration with on the ships. And it's really, really informative. And when we've brought people there, they've really, really enjoyed it and thought that was amazing. So it's great to show kids. And a lot of people then will go and trace their ancestors throughout the counties. There's 32 counties in Ireland. 6 in Northern Ireland, and 24 in the Republic of Ireland. So there are itineraries and support on the ground for families who want to go and see us where the great-great-grandfather come and visit that homestead, that farm where they used to live, or visit that church area where there's records still in place. So things like that are really important. So, yeah.
Samir, so now hit us with some of these activities that you guys have developed in Dubai.
All right. Well, again, Dubai was voted for the third year in a row as by TripAdvisor travelers. A lot of families there as the #1 destination in the world 3 years in a row. So there's a lot of reviews of all of these different activities that I'm going to be mentioning online. I'm going to miss a lot, obviously. So I'm just going to give you a quick couple of things that I really enjoy. I would say desert safari is definitely a must for the family. Go out there, do some dune bashing, camel riding, sandboarding. There's a lot of different kind of activities to do. Get out there, but it's a good chance for you to meet the Bedouins in the desert, have a meal under the night sky, do some glamping out there. Really learn how that area of the world really started, or how they make the food, and it's just different, very different kinds of traditions. Really nice to learn, and it's nice to see some shooting stars every once in a while. So that's a good memories to have. And then you got downtown. The desert is about 45 minutes to an hour away from the city. Downtown, which is just 15 minutes away from the airport, you have three big ones. You got the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Get up there, see the whole city from the highest point on earth, pretty much, and everything looks really tiny from up there. The whole city looks like little Lego blocks. Right outside from there is the Dubai Fountain Show, made by the ones that built the Bellagio fountain in Las Vegas as well. It's a nice 30-minute show, really exciting if you get to see it. Also, sunset or in the evening, it comes with a light show. It's fantastic. And then the Dubai Mall right outside from there, and it's not just a shopping center. It's really an entertainment area. There's a VR park. There's an indoor aquarium, one of the largest in the world, ice rinks. And also, it comes with its own app, so you don't get lost. But what I enjoyed about it, my wife and I were just walking around. There's a kids spot. There's two or three specific kids areas, and you could just drop them off for a couple of hours. It's kind of like a daycare. Go do your shopping or go do whatever you want. And that's what's cool about Dubai. You actually can just drop your kids off, or even if it's teenagers, you can have them do something and you do something else. They're safe, they're good, they're being entertained, they're not going to be calling for you or anything like that. So it's really cool to have that kind of I guess relaxation. It was my wife and I for the first time maybe in a year. So it was a good experience. Again, a lot of the resorts, hotels and places like that all have different kids zones, kid clubs, family pools, different experiences, the Atlantis, the Aquaventure parks, and all of these different activities that you can do. Again, year-round events and festivals. Like both of you guys were mentioning, we just have festivals coming in, global events, holiday themed as well. So if you want to escape the cold weather in North America, it's a perfect place to go to in the winter time. And as Paul was mentioning, a lot of educational experiences. As I mentioned, going out to the desert and experiencing the wildlife and the different lifestyle of the desert. But there's these amazing museums. One of my favorite ones is the Museum of the Future. Fantastic, and not just for young people. It's really inspiring, fantastic place to visit. Also in downtown, the Dubai Science Park, different areas as well. And you could go to the old Dubai on an Abra boat, which is really how Dubai started. It was a pearl diving community, and they used to build these wooden boats and get around the creek doing that. So you can still get on these boats. They still build them. And it's a couple of cents, go from market to market, go see the different souks out there. There's a nice alleyways. It's really bustling, really nice area to just get around. Again, see how the old Dubai really all started from there. So it's really cool. You got the Miracle Gardens. You got the Butterfly Gardens. And last thing I want to mention is the Dubai Parks and Resorts. they have biggest water park in the world, world's tallest water slide, theme parks. They got Legoland and IMG World of Adventure. So you got a lot of these amazing theme parks, all over the people from all over the world want to go there. And again, a lot of things to do and see over there.
There's so much to discuss about each of these countries. There's no way we can do it in just a session, but has anybody come up with more activities they want to tell us about? Please go for it.
I could say a couple. Just we were saying there about traditional Irish music, and it's great that in the restaurants and some of the pubs you can go and enjoy it, and also, but families can learn and the kids can learn Irish dancing. There's different places out in the countryside, in the cities where there's a class, and they can take part with locals as well, and learn the dance of the what do you call it now? The river dance. Sorry, and traditional dancing before river dance became modern. And also just, Alan, I'd like to talk about the Irish sports. For a lot of kids who are interested in sports, there's some unique sports in Ireland that aren't played anywhere else, like Gaelic football. And it's across like soccer and rugby. So it's a great following. And thousands of Irish people will go at the weekends to watch the game. So that's something to look at the calendar. And if you want to go and mix with the locals and watch a game of Gaelic football, and also hurling, hurling is it's like with a hockey stick, but that's a unique Irish game as well, and there's different rules. So those traditional sports in Ireland are very, very unique. Only played in Ireland. They're part of the culture. They're Gaelic games known as. So yeah, and one other thing, music. Just going back to music, a great place in Dublin. Ireland's famous for its actors and musicians, but they can be included in the studio, the original studio in Dublin, where U2 were performing, where they learned how to become the band. So there are studio tours down at the Temple Bar area where can be included in and see where it all started for U2. So
let's go back to Finland. You have some more activities for us?
Oh yeah, plenty. But let me concentrate now for this season, autumn. This is the season we called Ruska in Finland. And Ruska is kind of like the fall colors. And here we do a lot of hiking. Like I said, that we have 41 national parks in Finland. And all of those parks, they are very well maintained. They get the funding from the government. So they have very well marked trails. You don't need to be afraid. You can, go there with the entire family. They have the trails which are suitable for all ages. We Finns, we are big in foraging. We love to go into the forest, pick our mushrooms and berries. And nowadays there are a lot of guided tours. You don't need to go alone and be afraid. So they take you to the forest and you pick the mushrooms, and then afterwards you go and cook something out of that, what you got. And then, of course, this is also a great season for Northern Lights. And Northern Lights hunting, it's a great activity for the whole family. The season starts already in the end of August and then goes through all the way to end of March. When you are visiting Finland in the winter and the north, and if you think that, it's too cold, we don't want to go out during the night to see the Northern Lights, Finland is also, and especially Lapland, it's famous of its special accommodations. We have these igloo type of accommodations where you can just, lay in your bed below your cover, and then the ceiling and the walls are glass, so you can view the Northern Lights from there. Also, summer. That's the time of the lot of festivals in Finland. And the autumn also, from August to October, you have the farmers' markets all over. Helsinki has a really cool market in October, which is called the Helsinki Baltic Herring Market. And that market has been there since 1743. So it has a long tradition. So the same thing with Finland is that there's a lot of, for the whole families and for kids, to learn. Wildlife watching, for example, Finland is a home of some amazing wildlife and animal watching. And in the eastern part of Finland, There are guided tours. They take you into a hut, and from the safety of the hut, you can view bears. So we have approximately 1,500 bears in the eastern part of Finland. So this is a cool place where you can take photos of the bears. And then one more, if I can say, is, as I mentioned previously, the cottage life. That is something we do as Finns. There are so many summer cottages, and also the sauna. The sauna culture is so big in Finland. We are 5.5 million people living in, and we have more than 3 million saunas. So you can imagine, everybody has their sauna. We have more saunas than cars in Finland. So when you come and you want to kind of like experience the way live like a Finn, you come in the summer, either the coastal area or the lakeland, you rent a cottage, and you do all the water activities, and of course sauna every night, and the barbecues and all that. And in the lakeland area, if you're lucky, when you go out and paddle, you might run into the Saimaa range seals. This is a specific species. You don't have them anywhere in the world. So they are living in the water, and they are the cutest things ever. And again, like I said, this is just few things to do. And it's not all about the nature in Finland. We have also cool cities and all that, but we tend to treasure our nature so much. So we want to bring that always up.
That's really great. Samir, I think if kids love superheroes, don't you have something for them?
Yes, of course. It's the Marvel theme park out there. You could spend the whole day. It's definitely something that kids will remember all their life for sure. Take some photos out there and enjoy that theme park for sure. Again, right outside the city, there's also a not so popular national park. You kids, a Rocky Mountain area. You could stay out there for the night, or just enjoy some kayaking and some rock climbing. But beach activities are very, very popular. You got beach clubs with the family as well, and you could just hang out and have a drink while the kids are doing some activities out there as well. And indoor skiing, if you're really into that. If you want to do some indoor skiing in the summertime, you could do that, and some golfing as well for sure. A really world-class golfing area.
That's great. Let's move on to talking about any specific programs that your destination has, because travel advisors need the support. So let's start with Finland. How can travel advisors learn about all this and see more activities? Because I know you've got more. Where should they go? What should they do? Tell us.
Okay, we have a really good website, visitfinland.com, and it has also the specific pages for travel trade. Then also we have a e-learning program, which is called finlandtravelpro.com, so you can register there. It's not very heavy learning program, so it's easy to just walk through and read through. A lot of the DMCs, of course, they make tailor-made itineraries for you. And now, which is really good also for me, is that the DMOs, they are creating itineraries, what to do in their respective areas. And what I'm planning to do is also, I'm going to gather some of the examples and then put them in our booth, so you can see them there. But as a Visit Finland, we don't provide those kind of things. But there are some examples also in our website.
Okay. And in Dubai, Samir, do you have programs so that the travel advisor can start, bringing their clients in on the secrets of traveling there?
Oh, of course. We have the obviously visitdubai.com, fantastic website. All different kinds of itineraries, different kinds of ideas that you could get out there, some inspiration, the newest, up-to-date information that you could get, all, collateral that you might need to share with your clients as well. But we have the Dubai Expert program, and it's actually more of a game. So it's 12 missions, and you really get to learn how to build an itinerary for specific clients. And it really, I did it, and I thought I knew Dubai before. Once I did
Right.
it's a different ball game. So, completing that, you could really get good information, figure out how to, because there's so much to do, it just, really how to cater that Dubai trip to your clients. And we obviously we have a downloadable calendar, but I would suggest the live calendar on our website that's specific for family events. So if you know that you have a client going in specific months, you just put that month, see what kind of events are going, what shows are out there, what specials there are. There's deals. Kids go free in the summer. Emirates provides a lot of deals during the summer and also throughout the year. So I would definitely get on the mailing list for visitdubai.com and you'll get to know about the latest deals.
Okay. And Paul, for Ireland, how can travel advisors learn more and get their clients up to speed?
Yeah, Alan, just for over the next couple of days at the at this virtual roadshow family vacation travel, I'm going to be there. My colleague Thomas is going to be manning the booth for Ireland, and we're going to have 5 partners with us. Um, Partner from Titanic Belfast is the birthplace of the Titanic ship. An amazing experience in Belfast. They're going to be there, and I was mentioned earlier, Game of Thrones studio tour are going to be taking part in that as well. Epic Museum in Dublin, world famous, which won many awards. It's all about immigration. Great place to visit. And then we have, as wanted to say earlier as well, the Sheepdog Trail demonstrations up in this company's based in County Clare, and they're going to be with us. They're going to have their booth. So definitely for the advisors, make sure to stop by. And we have a great DMC AC group who can put all the itineraries together and help. But definitely go and visit the team colleagues who are going to be in their booths over the next couple of days. Yeah, and we're here as a resource like Samir and Tarja to help with the advisors here in North America. We have an office in Toronto. I'm here in New York with the team, and also we have an office in San Francisco. All colleagues there can help with the travel advisors, and we can connect with suppliers as well in Ireland and here in the States and Canada with any of the US and Canadian tour operators that specialize in family travel if you need help with looking at programs with them or directly with our suppliers based in Ireland. Sorry, Alan, you were going to...
No, I'd like you to give a URL. The others gave a URL. Make sure they have that because, yes, I want everyone to go to the booths of all 3 of you, but a URL will be helpful. What should they do?
Yeah, they come to our trade website, trade.ireland.com. That's specifically for the travel advisors. And then Ireland.com is our consumer-facing website, which has got lots of up-to-date information as well. Both sites are really valuable.
Are there any other addresses that for Finland and for Dubai that we need?
I think those 2 are the main ones, the visitfinland.com and finlandtravelpro.com.
Okay, and for Dubai?
Again, for us, we have like Paul and said, we have a team across North America and Canada and in the US. So we're here to support. You could reach out to us DET_USA at DubaiTourism.ae or DET_can at DubaiTourism.ae, and we're here to support, give you personalized assistance pretty much, and also. We're not Dubai without all of the stakeholders. So we have a bunch of amazing world-class stakeholders that we can connect you to as well. So please reach out, including visitdubai.com, and see us on the trade booth. We'll be there and we'll have all of our assets that you would need.
That's great. Well, again, we can't cover it all in a little panel. So please visit the booths, all you travel advisors, and please visit the websites. And I want to thank our panel. And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report and for Virtual Roadshows Selling Family Vacations.